Sweet for Sugar. I'm Chrissy, and today we're going to talk about my diabetic story. I always get asked, how does a seemingly healthy teen like me get diabetes? Well, keep watching, and today I'm going to tell you my story. In the spring of 2012, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune skin disorder called hidradenitis suppurativa, where the body is not properly able to ventilate itself through sweat glands. It's a horribly painful skin disorder that I dealt with for years prior to my diagnosis. BeautifulBrwnBabyDol has a great video here on YouTube where she explains it in great detail, and I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description box below. So the summer of 2012, my doctor and my surgeon got together and decided that it'd be a great idea for me to go ahead and get this extracted, get it done with, and get everything out of the way. The first surgery went perfectly fine, but in July I returned to have the second extraction. During my second extraction, I had to go in for pre-surgery blood work, and they noticed the morning of my surgery that my blood work had extremely high blood sugar levels. So they ran tons of tests, and they realized that my blood sugar was in the high 400s and my A1C levels was at like 13.9. So at that point, they definitely knew that I was diagnosed with diabetes. After a few insulin shots, they were finally able to complete my extraction, and I went ahead with my surgery. After the surgery, I spent a week in the hospital just trying to regulate my blood sugars and figure out how this even happened. And after a lot of stress and phone calls, we finally discovered that it was a genetic disorder from my father's side. But not knowing that I could even carry this was a shock of a lifetime. Everything had to change, from my eating habits to my exercise routine. I literally spent the rest of the summer just trying to figure out where to go next, what to do next, how I was going to handle myself. I love sugar. I love fast food. I'm a Southern girl. I eat any and everything. But at that point, I had to change everything about my diet, my lazy habits. I had to get moving. I had to move around. It just was the biggest change. And for a 17-year-old, that's kind of scary, you know, living your life not knowing that you could even have something this huge, to being dropped on you 2 months before your senior in high school. Snack line, goodbye. So at this point, I just went headfirst into my computer. And I just started looking up diabetes, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Even now, 2 years later, it's still debated between doctors what type that I have. They say it's type 1 because it's genetic, then they say it's type 2 because I run high. It's a huge mess. But in my research, I found out that a lot of people my age suffer with this problem, but nobody wants to talk about it. So that's the reason why I created TooSweet4Sugar. So we can have a place as young people with diabetes trying to live our lives and trying to navigate being college students and being in high school and navigate through diabetes and how we're going to keep ourselves healthy and keep ourselves feeling good. So if you guys have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about, anything you want to clarify about my story, just leave it in the description box below, and I'll definitely get back to you, because this is an important issue, especially in the Black community, and I feel that we don't talk about it enough. I searched all over the internet and nobody was saying anything. It was all journals and medical journals and facts. I want to know how somebody feels. When I was 17, I want to know how somebody felt. I wanted to hear another 17-year-old girl say, oh my gosh, this was so hard. Like, nobody ever told me, when you're diabetic, you're going to carry a little extra weight around your midsection. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm bloated all the time. Like, nobody wants to talk, and I'm ready to be open. I want to hear conversation. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And tell a friend about TooSweet4Sugar. Bye.